right in the distance, I can see where I've ridden from. I can actually see my house. Wow. I can see the street and the top of the street where my house is. It just looks like a straight line next to a field down there. But what a view. Incredible. Over this side, Abercynon at the top. I can see the A470, Mount Garw, and over that way you can see Machen. Good place for the views up here. I'll watch my my wrist. Can't go too fast on this. Oh. First time I haven't gone full speed down here. Oh. Oh. Quite overgrown. Smoother lines to ride. Doesn't actually make for any less fun. I'm quite enjoying this ride. Still getting stuck in ruts. Woo! Yeah, me, it's so overgrown. So instead of going right there, I'm going to take the left split here. Oh dear. I can't believe how overgrown it is now. It's really overgrown. Oh. Right. So yeah, we're gonna take the steadier way down. Seems a bit of a shame, but quite honest, it's so overgrown up here now. This is the way I would come down on the gravel bike, putting those gravel tyres to their maximum limit. That's definitely not a bike I'd want to ride right now with my injury to the wrist. You need your wrists to be in full working order, because it is so bumpy. You've got to get your forearms absorbing a lot of the impact when you ride gravel. I did a long ride last year, not long to a lot of people, short to a lot of gravel riders, but 70 kilometres for me was long, from Cardiff up to Llanwano Forest, and ride around Llanwano Forest, and then I came back. It was like 70 kilometres. To be fair, it was okay. It was a lush ride. Oh, thank you. It's just it takes it out of the forearms a little bit. But you just really got to look for that smoothest line. It's quite concentrated focus on the best line when you got an injury to the arms or the wrists, and you just don't want to jar it. And then I'm trying to go through the healing process while remaining active on the bike. And I know some people would say that's silly, and I've said it to myself as well. Rich, that's silly. But there's another school of thought, isn't there? How do you want your wrist to heal? Do you want it to heal in the real world, which is where you're out 3 times a week on the mountain bike? That's the real world. Or do you want it to heal in the make-believe world, you know, where you're sat at home playing the guitar and it's got to be real world, isn't it? So I don't know if it'll delay healing. Oh, this is quite chunky down here. It probably will delay, won't it? But I'll keep doing the Dr. John Bergman approach, using my dumbbells to create that space in the joints. And alleviate some of the build-up of pain, pressure, should I say, pressure pain. Much gnarlier way down, but a bit more direct and no gate at the bottom. Whew. Right, keep taking it steady. Right arm is overcompensating for the weakness in my left, and my triceps are quite painful now in my right arm because I'm actually using the rear brake, sorry, the front brake a little bit more than I normally would to the rear brake. That's just overcompensating. Right, back down off Craig-yr-Allt. They could have put a bug mesh in there, couldn't they? Bug mesh, come on. Surely they could put a bug mesh when you got a bug mesh in 15 quid helmets. Can't do drops because my wrist, I tested it out yesterday. I can just, I've injured my wrist when I landed quite hard and flat on one of the drops on insufficient funds, like the second half, the bottom half of it. I just didn't get enough distance when I pumped off the lip and then landed the flat. I grabbed the opportunity. If you think of least muddy and I'm not doing any steep stuff because of my wrist, really we're looking at left and just ride up to Gedris, but then I could just do the gravel up at Forest Bower. Let's do this way. You know what I always think, if in doubt, go right. She's like a coffee guru, you know?
Really?
Yeah. Muddy. Crikey. Take it steady. Yeah, we've got massive puddles down there. Massive puddles. Crikey. Honestly. Yeah. Oh, right through my wrist. As soon as I gotta put a bit of weight on it and brake at the same time, that's when the pain kicks in. Oh. Which is basically 99% of mountain biking, isn't it? You see where the rain has just washed away mud and exposing rock. Look at it. It's just puddles everywhere. This is awful. Awful, awful. Oh. Let's take the High Line. I've taken air. Oh, crikey. I have taken air out of the tyre and the suspension, but you obviously still feel a lot of the roots and the rocks. Oh. It's just huge puddles. Just the sheer volume of water. Not going to be riding the bomb hole today. I'll take it steady, I'm going to ride. Oh, there's a massive puddle in the bottom of it anyway. I'm going to go around all the main sort of features. Take it steady, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes going out for a ride when injured is still good for mental health reasons. If anything, this injury has taught me a lot now. It's taught me a lot about clearing landings and not slamming into the flat of a landing. And it means I'm going to have to work harder on getting this bike to continue projecting further, because I'm doing, like, obviously I'm compressing the bike on a takeoff as you naturally would. Very little skill. It's easy to squash the suspension down, but then it's just committing with speed, because that's what's letting me down. It is a fear of going too fast and then trying to sort of make up for the lack of speed with your compression, with that pump, and it never works all the time. It works some of the time, don't get me wrong, it can work some of the time, but physics in play. Oh. Yeah, this is so wet. Aye. So, yeah, muddy. Definitely need to get this bike in now. I've got a new chain already. So yeah, it needs to go in. So thinking of popping it in next week, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, that lovely breeze. And also, I gotta say, it doesn't feel like it's a massive amount of pollen. Doesn't feel like a high pollen day. So that's another thing, another positive. Gotta look for the positives. And then the other thing is, you know what? Yeah, I can't go riding off piste at the minute or doing jumps because I'm obviously my wrist. But that's probably a good thing, because these conditions would not be ideal. And you know what? I've only seen a handful of mountain bikers saying that's my log. In fact, it was just me and Justin up there yesterday. We didn't see anyone. A couple of dog walkers. So I think a lot of people are opting to maybe stick to riding the bike park Wales, you know, or just on their locals, or they're just staying off. I mean, you can't blame anyone for not wanting to ride in this. Get myself another coffee. But I think I'll just ride back now. Yeah. that's what we want. Ah. Okay.